Work lunch or access to your mate's streaming account. We all love a freebie, but freeloaders be warned. Netflix are about to crack down on password sharing.
Today, tech expert Trevor Long joins us to explain. Most of us, Trev, we've all shared the passwords, friends, family.
With apologies to
whoever.
my mother-in-law, it's over.
How is this going to work?
Yeah, so basically a lot of people, when you log into your Netflix, it says, this is mum, dad, the kids, and then there might be someone else. In our house, it's granny and papa. That's who has that extra icon. They're going to stop that from happening by locating each address. So basically every home, every internet accessible device has an IP address. And they'll go, look, those TVs, those iPads, they're all at one place. But this one seems to be somewhere else. And they're going to block those extra ones. So my mother-in-law is going to get a notice saying, you're not meant to be using this account. And they're going to crack down on that across the world. It started in South America. They're testing it. They haven't officially announced it for Australia and the US, but it's happening. It's coming soon.
I mean, it's become deeply unpopular, though. I mean, from people, there's been a big blow-up about this online about it. So what's Netflix going to do? Because they like to be popular.
I think they were testing the waters by leaking this information last week online about how it would work. And the backlash has hurt them. But in the end, it is their right to say that Netflix, and they have said, I've looked back at the archives, for 5 or 6 years, they've said Netflix is for use in your household. And so they're not changing their rules, they're just implementing their rules for the first time. But unfortunately, people go back to 2017 when they even tweeted, password sharing is love. And so that's going to come back to bite them big time when they try and crack down on that very thing.
When people start cancelling their Netflix accounts?
Well, the question is, if let's say 10% of people cancel their accounts, do they get 10 or more % extra users because they start charging people? So the idea is either that my mother-in-law will create her own account and they'll make it possible for her to extract all of her recommendations and history from that, or they'll charge me an extra $5 or $6 for that extra account. So they're going to get an extra user and more money. If it's a net positive for them as a business, they'll probably cop the backlash.
Right. So you can still share it with... How does that work? How do they, first of all, know that it's not in your household? So
basically, it's all about your internet address, your IP address. If they detect a regular, consistent access from another place, they'll block that. And then what they'll do is they'll offer one of two options. Move to a new account, or create an extra member of that other household. Those are the rumoured two new options they're going to create.
But if I'm travelling and stuff, it's okay?
So this is the thing, totally fine. If like I travel a lot, I'll take my iPad and they know that that's the same iPad that's normally in that household, and so it'll be totally fine. But if you suddenly want to log into a hotel room TV with your Netflix account, you'll need to get a passcode for that, and that'll have to come through Netflix. So they're going to create more hoops for using it in other places because they don't want people password sharing.
But that's exactly right. When you do go to Airbnb and you switch your account, and
people with holiday homes are thinking, how's this going to work for my holiday home? I think as long as you're not consistently away from home for like 30 plus days, it's not going to be a problem. It's really only consistent access from another place that is going to cause you.
What about Disney Plus and Stan and all those other streamers? Are they going to follow suit?
I reckon they're all sitting there going, let's just wait and see. Because you know what, if it works, if it turns out to be a net positive for Netflix, they purge some users but they gain some users and they're making more money, Disney Plus, Paramount, everyone will jump on this because it's extra revenue.
What if I put mum on the dark web? Will that hide her IP and still use Netflix account?
You've already got mum on the dark web, I know.
Just give mum your iPad.
No, there's really no way around it, to be honest, because people talk about using VPNs, but that's just as bad because it creates another address for your account. It's really quite simple. If you're not in the house and you're not using the same devices all the time, they're going to crack down, they're going to kick you out.
All right, the inevitable is happening. All right, Trev, good to see you, mate.
Thanks, Trev.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Karl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports and amazing Aussie stories.
And Karl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.